Good afternoon and welcome to the historic seaside town of Russell, located here in the beautiful and spectacular Bay of Islands region of Aotearoa, New Zealand. The small settlement of Russell may only have a population of around 790 people, but holds significant significance as the first permanent European settlement and seaport in the whole of New Zealand. So yeah, up here in the Bay of Islands is a really beautiful part of New Zealand, particularly known for its relatively mild weather up here in the Bay of Islands. Actually pleasantly warm summers and fairly mild winters makes this area of New Zealand a really idyllic place for maritime recreational activities. So today we're going to be embarking on a Fuller's Great Sights 4.5 hour hole in the rock cruise, departing here from Russell. They also do depart also from a neighbouring Paihia. Do take in mind, however, there are several other tour operators operating very similar itineraries cruising around the Bay of Islands as well. Most of them do indeed incorporate the hole in the rock. As in general for New Zealand, sightseeing excursions generally don't come cheap. This particular journey today is costing me 150 New Zealand dollars, I believe, but I did however get a bit of a discount because I combined it with a day trip the following day out to Cape Reinga. For information before we get out into more open waters, just a little bit of information about the experience with Fuller's Great Sights today. Basically this excursion, it's about 4.5 hours long. I believe they have both a morning and afternoon departure, so yeah, pick whatever one suits your day up here in the Bay of Islands. Me personally, I recommend, as someone who's staying in the neighbouring Paihia, what I do recommend is getting the Russell ferry over in the morning, spending several hours exploring beautiful historic Russell, and from both Russell and Paihia, so it suits you wherever you're staying. It will work well for you. Alternatively, you can start at one port and finish at the other like I did today. Do keep in mind, while it's a 4.5 hour excursion, you're only actually cruising around the Bay of Islands for approximately 3 hours, as this does include a 1.5 hour shore stop at Otehei Bay on the beautiful and spectacular Urupukapuka Island. Urupukapuka Island is the biggest of the islands in the whole of the Bay of Islands region. Only about 7 kilometres off the shores of Paihia, makes it very easy to get to and a very popular day trip destination for recreational activities. Also a great place just to relax and have a good time as well. Also good for camping as well. Really is a stunning, beautiful island. Actually did a bit of a walking tour and hike around this lovely island doing the Otehei Bay loop trail, so be sure to check out that on the channel as well. 1.5 hours is not a lot of time on the island, but for most people on a day cruise it's probably just about the right time, to be honest. You can either choose from just chilling out at the Otehei Bay cafe and restaurant, maybe have a couple drinks and enjoy the lovely beachside atmosphere there, or you could take a few strolls around the beautiful island itself, maybe walk out to Urupukapuka Bay. I think probably the highlight of the trip is actually visiting the hole in the rock itself. It's an absolutely magnificent rock formation island that on a clear sunny day in good condition you can actually sail through on the boat itself. Weather, while quite warm this afternoon, is a little bit rocky out there, so yeah, we'll just be visiting the hole in the rock from a safe distance, maybe 50 meters away or something like that. But yeah, on a clear day in good conditions you can actually ride the boat right through there. As for the boat or ferry, or call it whatever you want, it's a pretty big spacious boat. It's got multiple viewing areas, plenty of indoor areas for sitting down and relaxing, good when the weather is poor, also to stay out of the sun and not get sunburnt. But yeah, definitely the best place to be are on the upper decks when you're all outside. That's the best place in my opinion. Also got a fully stocked bar and little mini cafe on board as well, so yeah, you can certainly buy your own refreshments and even alcoholic beverages, which is especially a nice way to finish the journey on the way back. And without further ado, it's almost time to let you sit back, relax and just enjoy the experience for what it is this afternoon, exploring and cruising around the beautiful, spectacular Bay of Islands region of New Zealand. For your information, we'll make a quick temporary stop at Urupukapuka Island. This is actually to drop some guests off for a wedding that's going on this Saturday afternoon, but we're actually not going to stop there first. We're actually going to then continue out to the hole in the rock itself. Then we'll actually visit Urupukapuka Island a little bit later on before we continue back to Russell and indeed Paihia, where I'll conclude today's journey. So what better time now to just sit back, relax and enjoy the beautiful, stunning Bay of Islands. Absolute beautiful part of Otehei, New Zealand.
Island of the Princess. The European name for this island is Roberton Island, because the Roberton family from Kelso, East Scotland, farmed this island from 1839. In Otehei Bay, they were neighbouring up the east coast of the North Island, and they sailed straight north to get the Thankfully for the story. If you have a blue wristband on, if you have a lanyard on, this is your destination. If you have a red wristband too, if you're on a camper. So this is your destination. This is Otehei Bay on Urupukapuka Island. Please gather your belongings with you briefly if you're going alongside the water. Now before you leave us, please check your belongings for any stowaways. Stowaways are rats, mice, moss and skins that are used on campers. Please also check your boat for any stowaways. My last name is Bay on our list of just The return ferry sign. Victoria Passage, which is between this island and the next one. So just go and get to the wind for the moment. Make sure you're holding on to those hands caps when you make up the Waterways 40th Passage. To our left-hand side, we have the island of Waterways 40th, which is named after the bird that was the captured bird. To our right-hand side, we have the island of Urupukapuka, which is the island we just came from on the southern side. We're going to come out through this passage nice and slowly and make our way out to the hole in the rock. We can see the hole in the rock just ahead of us in the distance. family. Please hold on the roof. I can hear the river dance happening up there. Please hold on the roof. So the Urupukapuka bird is unfortunately extinct after Lord Percy Brett, the first Lord of the British Admiralty. Up here in the Bay of Islands. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to give you guys on the bow an opportunity to take some photos. I will then rotate the vessel so you guys behind me can get an opportunity to take photos too. And 15 meters of water beneath us on days that we go through. As I mentioned, this will be standing tall 150 meters above sea level. We can see the Cape level. It was built in 1908 and it was brought up the coast. The helicopter. The logo of Scenic Flight Company, Salt Air, bring people out here in helicopters. It's to the right of the wharf up the hill, and you get panoramic views of the Bay of Islands from there. The restaurant island staff home with us at 5:45. So if you would like anything from the menu, then best to order early. The toilets on the island are found in the restaurant, so to the left of the wharf, the building with the flat, your footwear for any soil or seeds. The reason for this is the Bay of Islands is a pristine environment that has been pest-free since 2009. So we're working alongside Project Island Song and the Department of Conservation to maintain that status. So please check your belongings for any stowaways before you leave us. If you find a possum in your backpack, you can give it to Carl and know what to do. So we'll be alongside shortly. Please be ready to disembark as we will be leaving as soon as you guys are off. And on to the islands. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
And just like that, after a very enjoyable hour and a half or so on Urupukapuka Island, please excuse my pronunciation if it quite isn't on the spot, has been a very enjoyable cruise this afternoon. Now we're pretty well going to cruise directly back to Russell and then back over to Paihia, where we'll conclude today's journey. So now as I sit back and relax with a refreshing alcoholic beverage on our way back today, let's sum up today's journey with full of great sights. Been a very memorable sightseeing hole in the rock cruise indeed. Couldn't recommend them enough. It is a fairly steep price indeed, but yeah, definitely well worth it in my opinion, and that's just the price you got to pay in New Zealand these days it seems. If you are visiting New Zealand without access to a car like myself on this occasion, do recommend you combine this tour with the Cape Reinga and a 90-mile beach day trip as well, because you do actually save a considerable amount of money doing this as well. So really a great way to spend a couple days maximising your time up here in the Bay of Islands. Now as we cruise back to Russell and Paihia, thanks so much for tuning in to today's Bay of Islands Hole in the Rock scenic sightseeing cruise. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to check out my complete Bay of Islands series that I'm progressively uploading to the Aussie JetSetter YouTube channel. Plenty of content to come up from my recent trip of this part of New Zealand. Got walking tour of Russell and Paihia, also got the Russell Ferry, also got the 90-mile beach and Cape Reinga day trip covered as well. Also even got a walking tour of the lovely Urupukapuka Island as well. Whilst my most recent trip to New Zealand back in January just covered a short visit up to the Bay of Islands, also covered New Zealand quite extensively on several other big trips on the Aussie JetSetter YouTube channel as well. So be sure to check out my extensive range of walking tours from almost all of New Zealand's major cities and regional centres. Also got a huge range of content both from New Zealand's North and South Islands in terms of scenic drives as well. Plenty of flight reviews around New Zealand and to and from the country as well. So if you have enjoyed today's sightseeing journey around the Bay of Islands, really appreciate it. Do give it a like, leave your comments down below. Most importantly, don't forget to share amongst your family and friends and subscribe to the channel, whatever brings you to my channel if you do like my content and you haven't already done so. Really appreciate it if you do just take a moment to subscribe to the channel, click that bell and notification button on as well so you won't miss the next one. Plenty of flight reviews, train reviews, walking tours and general travel content like this coming up on the channel as well. In the meantime, you can also visit my Aussie JetSetter YouTube Shorts page and Instagram page for more of my short form content covering what I'm doing around the world in real time. You may even wish to join my dedicated Aussie JetSetter Discord server for fans and community of the channel to discuss all things aviation and travel. Maybe even check out my website aussiejetsetter.com.au for more in written flight reviews and industry content, all that sort of stuff as well. But here in the Bay of Islands region of New Zealand, thanks so much for watching today. Until the next video, safe travels wherever that might take you.